Hello class, meet me again using the video. On today's English learning, you're going to learn about new materials. They are about grammar and writing, compound subjects and verbs. Please follow this video step by step so you can know how to do your task at the end of the video. Let's start by discussing the first material that is about the grammar. You may open your textbook on page 19. And remember to prepare your pencil also. This part, you're going to learn how to use the question words what and where plus to be, do, and does plus verb do and work in the sentence. But let's take a look at my notes on the left part of your screen. There are two kinds of subjects in English. They are singular and plural subjects. The subjects like he, she, and it are belonging to singular subjects. It means that the actor who does the activity in a sentence is only one person or consists of one thing or one item. And the subject like they, we, I, you are belonging to plural subjects. It means that the actors who do the activities in a sentence are consist of more than one person. Or more than one item or more than one thing. And here the subject I is applied particularly as plural form, though it is a singular subject. Anak-anak, dalam pelajaran bahasa Inggris ada dua jenis subjek, yaitu subjek tunggal dan subjek jamak. Subjek tunggal terdiri dari he, she, dan it. Artinya apa? Bahwa pelaku dalam suatu kalimat yang melakukan suatu kegiatan hanya terdiri dari satu orang atau satu hal atau satu benda. Sementara untuk subjek jamak terdiri dari they, we, I, dan you. Pelaku di sini lebih dari satu orang, satu benda atau satu hal, lebih dari satu hal. Tetapi untuk subjek I di sini mendapat perlakuan khusus. Meski subjek I itu tunggal, tetapi diperlakukan dengan menggunakan rule yang sama seperti plural subjects. Now, let's continue to the grammar box in this yellow color. You repeat after Miss ya to say the question and the answers. What does he do? He is a nurse. What does she do? She is a nurse. Where does he work? He works at a hospital. Where does she work? She works at a hospital. What do your sisters do? They're nurses. What do your sisters do? They are nurses. Let me explain to you. We use singular subject here, he or she, in the question. So, in this type of question, we have to use to be does. And then the answer, because this is asking about someone's occupation. So, for singular subject, we have to use to be is. Yeah, he is a nurse or she is a nurse. For the second type of question, we are using where. It's still the same with the previous one, yeah? Singular subject is used in the question. So the to be also we are using here is does. And when it comes to the answer, for the singular subject, we have to use works rather than work. There is the letter S behind the word work. And the last type of question, what do your sisters do? Since it is a plural subject, so the to be is used here is do. And when it comes to the answer, we are using are. And the subject is they. How do we know that your sisters are more than one person? Because it's ended with, somebody knows? Yeah. At the last of the word sister, there is the letter S. Yeah. So it shows us that there are more than one sister. Class, here we also see that there is a contraction. Yeah. We can use they with apostrophe re or they are. In contraction, the letter A is eliminated. And for your notification, when it comes to the question where, we need the answer a name of place like this, yeah, a hospital. And then when we are asking about someone's job or what someone's do, we have to use the verb such as do. When we want to know about the place where someone's work, we have to use the verb work. And back again for the plural form, if we want to know about someone's occupation, we have to use the verb do. Anak-anak, Miss mau menjelaskan apa yang ada di dalam grammar box ini ya. Jadi, untuk subjek seperti he atau she, yaitu subjek tunggal, maka kalimat tanya untuk menanyakan pekerjaan seseorang, kita menggunakan to be does. What does he or she do? Dan kata kerja do di belakangnya. Pada saat menjawab, karena ini subjek tunggal, maka kita menggunakan to be is. He is a nurse atau she is a nurse. Untuk jenis pertanyaan kedua, menanyakan tempat, otomatis yang dibutuhkan jawabannya adalah tempat juga. Dalam hal ini tempat bekerjanya seseorang. Karena subjeknya tunggal, maka to be yang kita gunakan adalah does. Menjadi where does he or she work? Namun pada saat menjawabnya, kita harus memperhatikan bahwa kata kerja work yang di dalam kalimat tanya berubah menjadi works dengan penambahan s di belakang kalimat atau kata work, ya. Jadi he works at a hospital atau she works at a hospital. Kemudian untuk subjek jamak dari kalimat tanya what ini menanyakan tentang pekerjaan, kita harus menggunakan to be do. Ya. What do your sisters do? Karena kita tahu bahwa ini lebih dari satu, dari mana taunya ada S di belakang kata sister, maka kita menggunakan subjek they, kemudian ditambahkan dengan are. They are nurses, ya. Sementara untuk they are sendiri bisa disingkat menjadi their. Begitu juga dengan he is dan she is. Kedua subjek itu juga bisa dipersingkat menjadi his or sis. Ya. It comes from he is or she is. I hope you will able to use contraction form ya. Miss berharap kamu bisa menggunakan bentuk singkatannya ya dalam pengucapan supaya lebih mudah. Now let's do activity 11. Ya. Complete the dialogues. So you are going to use bold words in the grammar box such as do, work, is, works, or are. Jadi kamu akan mengisi atau melengkapi dialog ini dengan menggunakan kata-kata yang ditebalkan yang ada di dalam kotak grammar. Number 1 example ya. What does your father do? He's a chef. Since father is a singular, ya, your father is a singular form, so we have to use to be does. Okay. How about the other dialogue? Still on the same number 1. Where blank he worked. We see here that the subject is used he, ya, singular subject. Which verb or to be that we are going to use do or does? Yes, it should be does. And the answer, he blank at a restaurant. So since the question word we are using here is where, so it needs a name of a place, right? Behind the sentence, incomplete sentence, there is a name of a place that is a restaurant. So since we are using the subject he, what we are going to use? Of course, it should be work or works, yeah? Between work or works. So which one? Work or works? Yeah, you have to fill in with the word works. Anak-anak, karena yang digunakan subjeknya adalah he, tunggal, ya, dan menggunakan kata tanya where berarti membutuhkan jawaban berupa tempat kerja. Di sini sudah tersedia a restaurant, namun kita harus melengkapi dengan to be apa yang tepat. Do or does untuk singular. Seperti yang Miss jelaskan tadi di kotak grammar. Ya, does. Sementara untuk menjawabnya, kita harus perhatikan dengan seksama subjek yang digunakan adalah he. Jadi, ini seharusnya diisi dengan bekerja ya, tetapi di antara dua bentuk, work atau works. Karena ini singular, maka kita akan pilih works. Oke, I bet you can do the rest number ya. Miss yakin kamu bisa mengerjakan nomor-nomor berikutnya. Oke, number 2. What blank your sisters Melanie and Patricia do? Here we see that the sisters is ended with the letter S. And it is more explained the name of the persons or the name of sisters, Melanie and Patricia. So the subject is plural. If the question word what kind of to be that we are going to use? Do or does? Good. We are going to use do. And then the answer. So this question is asking about someone's occupation, yeah? Consisting of two persons. So the verb that we are going to use is not we, yeah? But somebody else, yeah? Consisting of two persons. So we are going to use they, yeah. They is or they are? Good job. You use contraction ya, remember ya. Okay. They're firefighters. The next dialogue. Where do they work? Look at this ya. We don't need to complete the questions more. It's already provided ya. Since the subject is used here is they, so according to our rule, we have to use do. Anak-anak, kita juga bisa mengetahui ya bahwa dari percakapan yang bagian 2 ini, jawaban yang dibutuhkan dari kata tanya where adalah suatu tempat ya. Dalam hal ini sudah disediakan a fire station. But how to complete this answer? Okay, you may see that there is the verb work in the question. So we are going to use to fill in or complete the answer is also using the verb work. But which one, work or works? Since we are using subject they here, yeah, so we're gonna use work. Okay. It's easy, right? If you follow from the beginning, you are able to know how to do this kind of exercise. Okay, continue to activity 12. You have to number in order and make a dialogue. So you have to put number 1 until 4. Number 1 as given example as the first question. What does your mom do? Which one is the answer that is appropriate to answer number 1? Okay, it's about someone's occupation, yeah, says a nurse. By looking at this picture, you may see, yeah, that her mom is a nurse. Okay, next, which question or sentence that comes as a third? Okay, it should be the second question. Where does your mom, where does she work, yeah? Or where does your mom work? The answer as the last sentence, yeah, number 4. I think it's easy. Now it's about writing. Compound subjects and verbs. You may open your Big English textbook on page 22. This lesson has an objective. You will learn the sentences that have compound subjects or compound verbs. Let's take a look at my 2 sentences here. Mia works in a hospital. She is a doctor. Could you please identify each subject and each verb on this each sentence? Have you got? All right. Mia and she is the subject here. Okay. Meanwhile, works and is, they are the verb. Okay. Now you do understand, yeah? Let me read the sentences in the green grammar box. A sentence can have a compound subject. All is a farmer. Pat is a farmer. All and Pat are farmers. A sentence can have a compound verb. I live in Rome. I work in Rome. I live and work in Rome. So, what is a compound subject? Is a subject made of 2 or more simple subjects joined by the word and. Yeah. What is a compound verb? It's a verb made of 2 or more simple verbs joined by the word and. Dari kalimat dalam kotak grammar yang Miss baca tadi, jadi apa yang dimaksud dengan compound subject atau subjek majemuk? Subjek majemuk adalah subjek yang terbuat dari dua atau lebih subjek. Subjek yang sederhana tentunya digabung menjadi satu dengan menggunakan kata penghubung "and". Sementara compound verb atau verb kata kerja majemuk adalah suatu kata kerja yang terdiri dari dua atau lebih kata kerja sederhana yang digabung dengan menggunakan kata penghubung "and". What do you see on each compound subject and compound verb? What word do you see? Yeah, you may see the same word connector ya, kata penghubung "and" dari kedua kalimat subjek majemuk dan subjek kata kerja ini. Oke kelas, please name which one is compound subject in this sentence. Have you got? Yes, all and pet are compound subject. Yeah. On the second sentence, which one is compound verb? Good. Live and work is the compound verb here. Jadi anak-anak, subjek majemuk itu menggabungkan dua pelaku atau dua subjek yang memiliki kesamaan, dalam hal ini profesi, sama-sama seorang petani. Sementara kata kerja majemuk di sini menggabungkan dua kegiatan oleh karena pelakunya adalah sama-sama satu orang, yaitu saya. Hope you are clear with my explanation. Let's do the activity 18. Rewrite the sentences, use "and" to make a compound subject or verb. Jadi kamu akan menuliskan ulang kalimat-kalimat dari nomor 2 sampai 5 ini. Gunakan kata penghubung "dan" untuk membuat subjek majemuk atau kata kerja majemuk. Number 1 has been given as an example. Lily is a scientist. Tom is a scientist. So, they need compound subject or verb? Yeah, they need compound subject. What is the compound subject from these two sentences? Good. Lily and Tom. Yeah. Joined by the word "and". Yeah. Lily and Tom are scientists. They have the same occupations. How about number 2? 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's discuss. My mother is a teacher. My father is a teacher. What do we need here? A compound subject or a compound verb? Yes, since the two sentences have the same occupations, so we need a compound subject ya. Have you done this with number 2? Okay, so my mother and my father okay, are teachers. So here in a compound sentence, we need to change the verb, yeah, from the word is, like number 1, into the verb are. Alright? Here also, do it the same with number 2, yeah? Two sentences, each of them use the same verb is, yeah? Because it's a singular subject before, but when it's compounded, you need to change the verb. It becomes are and not a teacher anymore, but it becomes teachers. Same like number 1. Scientist, a scientist become scientist. It's ended with the letter S, means ruler ya. Anak-anak, ketika kita mengubahnya dalam kalimat majemuk, kita harus juga mengubah kata kerjanya. Ketika dua kalimat tersebut masing-masing menggunakan kata kerja is, kita harus mengubahnya menjadi are. Ya. Kemudian profesi a teacher, karena untuk masing-masing subjek tunggal, maka pada kalimat majemuk ini tidak lagi berlaku. Yang ada kita menggunakan bentuk plural dari a teacher, yaitu teachers dengan penambahan s di belakangnya. Lebih dari satu guru. Ya, sama seperti number 1, scientist. A scientist becomes scientist. Lebih dari satu ilmuwan. Okay, now we move on to number 3. I work at the restaurant, I eat at the restaurant. Here, the subject are the same, yeah? That is I. So, we need a compound subject or verb? Yes, we need a compound verb. I work and eat at the restaurant. Ya. Di sini pelaku utamanya hanya satu orang, yaitu I. Kita jadi membutuhkan kata kerja majemuk. Kata kerja yang terdiri dari dua kegiatan menjadi satu, digabung dalam satu kalimat. Ya, menggunakan kata penghubung and. Ya. I work and eat at the restaurant. But here we don't need to change restaurant into plural, ya. Kita tidak boleh mengubah restoran di sini menjadi bentuk majemuk. Karena yang melakukan kegiatan work and eat ini adalah satu orang, yaitu saya. Jadi kita tidak perlu membuat restoran ini dalam bentuk plural. Karena bukan banyak orang yang melakukan ini, hanya saya ya di satu restoran yang sama. Okay, I hope you can do number 4 and 5 ya, yourselves ya. Miss berharap kamu lanjutkan mengerjakan nomor 4 dan 5. Kamu kerjakan sesuai dengan pemahamanmu sendiri ya. Nanti bagian ini kamu foto dan kamu kirimkan di assignment quiz. Karena Miss akan periksa apakah kamu benar-benar memahami mengenai pelajaran ini. We continue to activity 19. You have to complete the sentences, write about yourself. Jadi di sini kamu harus melengkapi kalimat-kalimat from number 1 to number 3. Write about yourself. Tulis tentang dirimu sendiri. Before school, I blank and blank. What do we need? Compound subject or a compound verb? Yeah, since there is only one subject, that is I, it's you, so you have or you need compound verb, yeah, or I will contract them, they become CV, yeah, compound verb. Number two, after school I blank and blank. Which one do you need? The subject also I, yeah. Compound subject or compound verb? Yes, compound verb. Good job, yeah. And number 3, blank and I like to do things together after school. So here, not only I, yeah, but there is another person that like to do things together after school. Di sini tidak hanya I atau kamu yang suka melakukan hal-hal bersama setelah sekolah, tapi juga ada pribadi yang lain. So you can fill in, it's up, depends on you, ya. Maybe you may add your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, or your cousin. Depends on you. You have to be creative, yeah. So what do we need here? CV or CS? Compound verb or compound subject? Yes, we need here compound subject or CS. Good job. Okay, class, before we continue to the other part, Miss Hilda wants you to focus on this, yeah. From number 1, please label this sentence. Is it compound subject or compound verbs? Is it CS or CV? CS, good job. Yeah, compound subject. So in this sentence, we need compound subject. Okay, good. How about number 2? It needs compound subject or compound verb? Yes, compound subject also. Number 3, compound subject or compound verb? Compound verb. Good, because there are 2 verbs are compounded, ya. Ada 2 kata kerja digabungkan. How about number 4? My sister lives on a farm. My brother lives on a farm. They have the same activity, ya, lives on a farm. Compound subject or compound verb? Yes, compound subject. 2 subjects are joined together with the word and, ya. 2 subjek digabung jadi satu dalam satu kalimat menggunakan kata penghubung and. How about number 5? My grandfather lives in apartment building. My grandfather works in apartment building. So lives and work, he does it in apartment building, ya. Compound sentence or compound subject, or compound verb? Yes, compound verb. because two verbs are joined in one sentence using and. You may repeat playing this video until you do understand about this topic, yeah? Okay, remember to attach this page of textbook, only page 22, yeah? Send it to assignment keys. But there will be another addition from your workbook that we will discuss a little bit longer. Now, you continue doing the workbook. You may open your Big English workbook on page 16 until 17. This is about grammar that we have learned in front. The instructions on your workbook, you have to complete these dialogues. Dialogue 1 and dialogue 2. Using the words in bold that you can see from the grammar box at the top. They are do, does, work, or works. Yeah, so you have to use these words to complete the dialogue. Number 1, I gave you an example, yeah. Here on my screen, I just select an option, but in your workbook, you have to write the right verb, yeah. Okay, let's open it. Do or does. Since here is used, the subject is used here is your dad. That is countable noun, yeah? So this is not in plural, but this is in singular form. Since it is a singular form, your dad, so Miss Hilda will choose does. What does your dad? Okay, we can see from the answer, yeah, the answers, he's a barber. So this question needs to ask about someone's occupation. I'll look at the options then. Do or does? Okay, we have to end this question using the word do. It becomes, what does your dad do? He is a barber. Okay, the rest of these dialogues, please complete yourself, yeah? Remember to attach these workbooks. All right, we'll continue to the next exercise. We continue to do activity 10. Read, write where or what. You may see this grammar box, yeah? We have learned also in front. In your workbook, you have to write where or what, yeah? Number 1, blank does your brother work? Remember, yeah? This question is provided by the word work behind. So it means that this question needs a name of a place. Here in the answer, we can see that there is a post office. So which question word will you use? Where or what? Okay, you will write where. You do the rest of the numbers, yeah, from this exercise. Continue to activity 11. It's not exist in my screen, but you have to do activity 11 by yourself. You have to write about you. There are 2 questions, right? What does your mom or dad do? How can you answer this? It's about a name of a place, or it needs a name of your mom or dad occupation? Yes. The answer for number 1 in activity 11 needs a name of occupation. Let me start to help you to write, yeah? Let me help you to write the answer. Maybe you can choose to inform about your mom's occupation, yeah? She's, for example, a nurse, yeah? Okay. Or you may talk about your dad. It depends on you. Activity 11, number 2, where does she or he work? So, number 2 on activity 11, because we are using question word where, so it needs the name of a place. For example, she, okay, at the last of the question, there is a word of work, right? Yeah, so we need to add the verb here, work, but because this is a singular, she works, yeah, she works, for example, in a hospital. Once again, this answer on activity 11, it depends on you. Great. Now let's move on activity 12, page 17. On activity 12, page 17, you have to write and complete, yeah, you have to complete and write the dialogues using do or does, is or are, work, yeah, or works. On your workbook, you have to write these words, yeah, to complete these dialogues from number 1 to number 4. But here on my screen, I just select an option, yeah. For example, number 1, you have to see carefully, yeah, is this subject singular or plural in the questions, yeah. All right, your brothers. So since there is S behind the word brother, so I'm going to select an option between do or does. Do. What do your brothers? Oh, this one is asking about occupation. So the options must be do or does, yeah? I'm going to choose do. What do your brothers do? All right? And the answer, it should be is or are. But because the subject used here, they, so I'm going to select an option, are. They are firefighters. Can you do the rest by yourself? Yes, I bet you can do it. Yeah? Now, it's the last workbook that you have to do today. That is workbook page 20. On activity 18, you have to complete the sentences, use names. This is about compound subject and verb. Yeah, we have talk in front. Directly, I want to look at number 1. Here is the example before, yeah. Rahel and Kate are sisters because there are two girls here combined into one using and they are siblings, so we can say Rahel and Kate are sisters. Di sini sudah diberikan contoh, si Rahel sama si Kate itu adalah saudara. Saudara kandung ya. Maka bisa digunakan compound sentence di sini dengan menggunakan and. Ya, kata penghubung and. What kind of compound sentence used here? Compound subject or compound verb? CS or CV? CS. Very good. Yeah. Number one, can you do it? Which kind of compound here? Compound subject or compound verb? Blank and blank dance. So it needs two subjects, yeah? Okay, compound subject. How about number two? Blank dances and sings. So it needs only one subject, but there are two verbs. So this will be compound verb, yeah? Okay. How about number three? Compound subjects or verb? Still the same, yeah? Compound verb. Because we see here there are two verbs, yeah? Dances and plays. Good. How about number four? Compound subject or compound verb? Blank lives in a city. Oh, what do you think? This is a compound verb or this is not a compound sentence? Sepertinya ini bukan kalimat majemuk ya. Okay, this is a common sentence. What do you want to feel? Rahel or Kate? It's up to you, yeah. After you read the short infos here, yeah, in the box, in the two boxes. The same with number 5. On the last activity 19, on this page 20, it does not exist on my screen. You have to write about you. Yeah, I blank and blank in the evening. Continue. You have to create your own story, yeah, using compound subject or compound verb. All right? Okay. Okay, class. Those are our learning for today. I'm sure if you follow the lessons diligently, you will able to do your workbooks well. Remember to attach the photos of your workbook in assignment keys, but you have to combine them first using college or PDF. But if you can send them to my email. This is the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much for watching this. See you again. God bless you. Bye-bye.